So we've got Joey Pasqualetti playing Affinity, and we've got Alex Groerer on Abzan.
It's the battle of the facial hair. So we got like the full blown, like almost Amish type starter beard from Groerer.
Starter beard. Damn,
It's
that's harsh.
No, I mean it's coming in, but like if you were an Amish guy, that's your starter. And then on the left we have Joey Pasqualetti, who has he's grown like the evil goatee.
Yeah, it's kind of a strange
Arrangement.
Yeah.
Um,
But you know me, I appreciate any facial hair.
Sure.
Groerer's rocking that starter Amish beard.
All right, so Joey's gonna go first here, which is a huge lead for the Affinity deck. Joey plays a real interesting version of this, so watch carefully because he's got some card choices that are we haven't seen on this stream before. That's a lie. We've seen all these cards on this stream
Probably.
before.
How do you feel about his chances in this matchup?
It's really interesting. It's a fight. I was excited when I saw that this came up as the match that we could have.
Okay.
Because Joey has to definitely apply the pressure. He is the beatdown in the match, but he has to do it in such a way that he doesn't overextend into Groerer's removal. Groerer's probably packing a full 4 Path to Exile, and then some number of Abrupt Decays.
Yeah, Abrupt Decay's good here.
And so that plus the fact that all of Groerer's creatures are 2 for 1. So Kitchen Finks blocks him, comes back, gains him some incidental life. Voice of Resurgence is going to block and generate the token. So it can really, engaging in combat is okay for Groerer.
Sure.
Okay, he hasn't done anything in the first 2 turns here. It's probably not the best. I think you'd want a Inquisition, a Thoughtseize maybe. It plays a little bit like the Jund deck in that respect.
Yeah. It's interesting because there's so many different builds of Abzan.
Right.
Almost all of them have that early discard though. So it's really strange to see him keep a hand without that, especially going in blind. Yeah, and that Blooming Marsh there is a pretty good tell that he's playing turn 1 discard. Because the whole point of that is to be able to play either Noble Hierarch or...
Yeah, see, here's a card I didn't even mention that's fantastic against Affinity. Lingering Souls. It's going to be able to block Vault Scourge and or Signal Pest here.
Sure.
There's an interesting move. Alright, so Alex has some choices here. He can take a bunch of damage, killing Signal Pest and the Vault Scourge.
Well, no, he's got Master of Ethereum, so it's one or the other.
Oh, sure. In this case, I guess he would take the other choice of just blocking. So what he's going to do here is he's going to spread his blockers out. Yeah. To block the 2 biggest guys. So he blocks a 6/6 and a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and a 7/7 there.
He should be taking 1, 2, 3, 4.
4. Takes 4, Joey gains 3.
It's 23. We're done. 23-12. Moving on.
All right.
Figured that out.
Did it.
A lot of math on the Affinity deck. You got to really know what's happening. So we got life totals correct.
Land Damnation. That's not where you want to be at all.
Yeah, this isn't going to be... Yep.
Trying to get that maximum information, I guess.
So, Joey comes out fast, and you saw him with the true power of Ensoul Artifact. He turned Springleaf Drum, which isn't like a hugely important card in like turn 7 of a game, into a 5/5. So having that artifact there to Ensoul basically just makes Ensoul Artifact a 5/5 artifact creature for 1 and a blue.
Right.
That's basically all that card is in this deck.
So I think it loses a lot of its value in this matchup in particular, because all of Groerer's removal can still hit it. Like, that card's great when the opponent's relying on Lightning Bolt to kill stuff, but Abrupt Decay hits it, Path hits it, you can chump it with whatever.
Yeah.
So Groerer is in an interesting position where he's playing Abzan instead of Jund, and the reason to do this is because you get some of the very strong white silver bullets.
Right.
Or white bullets, as we could call it. So Stony Silence.
Stony Silence is a big one. Oh, why couldn't I just think of it? He could also have Fracturing Gust.
That's a strong one.
That card is humongous here against the Affinity deck. If you can live to resolve that card, no problems. The other thing he gets is, I think Lingering Souls is a card he's really going to have to lean on here in this matchup.
Yeah, Lingering Souls is good. I don't know what was in Groerer's hand, but he didn't have the turn 1 discard spell. He didn't have a turn 2 creature, and they run at least 8 of them, if not like a full 10
upwards
to 12.
Of the 12, yeah.
He didn't have a Kitchen Finks on 3, but he had Lingering Souls, so one of those is good.
Right.
And then no removal. Like, I don't know what he was doing.
Right, yeah, I don't know what, he must have just had a hand of, like, all his favorite 4-drops.
I guess.
And 3 land.
We didn't even see a 4-drop.
You're right, we saw Liliana, and that was not good enough at that point in the game.
Liliana probably comes out in this matchup.
Sure.
I don't know what all he's got to bring in, but I can't imagine anything that would won out more than Liliana here.
So, having played against Joey and discussed Affinity builds, I know he's going to bring in some number of Spell Pierces. He values that card as a response to, Stony Silences and stuff of that nature.
Okay.
And Path Exiles.
Yeah, it's a little awkward against discard, but...
Sure. But I don't think Groerer's discard's as good. Like, you definitely don't want Thoughtseize. Inquisition's probably still fine at any given point in the game. But you definitely don't want to be taking 2 on some incidental card. 2 to, like, potentially miss. Potentially look at, like, an Inkmoth Nexus and a...
Yeah, typically the balance is to run like 4 Inquisitions and 2 Thoughtseizes.
Right.
So it's very easy to take those 2 out. See what's in Groerer's hand. We see some land. Not much else.
So it's interesting. This camera is supposed to be like dead center, but I think it covers the left side of the table just a little more, because I seem to be able to see more players from the left side than I can on the right.
I'm thinking back to all the matches we've covered. It seems probably correct. I mean, look how far out into the playmat Joey's hand is, though. He's like...
Right. He's definitely... He's flashing it.
Yeah, he's a good 20% in.
I'm not playing
Groerer's playing it right on the edge.
All right, Joey keeps... I saw 3 lands, Cranial Plating, Springleaf Drum, and a Ravager. Ravager was the payoff card there.
Okay. I was going to say, it seems like a pretty loose hand otherwise.
Groerer's going to untap here. Let's see what kind of action we got, buddy. You got to have something this time.
I believe that's an Engineered Explosives, which is pretty strong here.
Agreed. Ooh. Abrupt Decay on the Springleaf Drum. That's aggressive.
Yeah, it seems pretty aggressive. I need all my rule spells to do something big in this matchup.
Yeah, I want to do, I want to target like a cranial plating with that. That's like my favorite target there.
Sure. No white mana for Groerer yet.
Yeah, and as we discussed, those are the critical cards here. That's the reason you're... It's the whole reason we sat down today. Let's cast some white spells. There's a... Alright.
Alright.
Joey responded. What he did there was he avoided all other Arcbound Ravagers from being destroyed.
Yeah, you wouldn't want that.
Because the spell got countered. See, and this is where Abrupt Decay just would have been fantastic.
I mean, he's successfully getting himself into the late game here, which maybe that's his whole game plan.
Right.
But it doesn't look like he's really got a payoff.
He's got to hit a land here.
Well, he's got land. You almost have to play out this Engineer Explosives for 2, though.
And then fire it off.
Yeah, I mean, you don't fire it off right now, but you let him swing.
Alright. So now we know we're facing down two Nexuses, one of each variety. Right.
For 0. That's aggressive.
Alright, so we got some white mana online. Alright. So Engineer Explosives will not destroy these animated lands. But it will destroy this Ornithopter. Yep. Yeah, this isn't good. So hopefully, with any luck, we've got an Abrupt Decay here. Nope. Alright, we're going to take 1, 2, 3, 4 poison damage.
1, 2, 3, 4.
5.
I think it's 4.
And animating the Blank Moth makes it 5.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, yeah. So 5 poison.
Yep.
All right. So cards he wants to see here.
Abrupt Decay.
Lingering Souls.
Mm-hmm. All Joey wants to see is his Facebook.
Yeah. Look, he's got some deals to find there.
Yeah, Joey's a local, what do you call him?
Value grinder?
Value grinder? Yeah, he will, like, you can't buy anything locally because Joey and this other guy, Harry, will just, like, immediately respond to every post.
Yeah.
It's really frustrating. The Knight of Souls Betrayal.
A card.
That is a big one. So Knight of Souls Betrayal gives -1/-1 to all the creatures. And it turns off these manlands. So I'm willing to gamble that Groerer is going to be at 5 poison for the entire game.
Absolutely. Dealing with his Ornithopter is a big deal because that's one of the only creatures in his deck that survives this.
Right. So does Groerer have 5 lands here? Is he just a little spread wide on the board?
Yeah, he's got 5.
Okay.
We're going to pay the 3 for a Dismember.
Pay the full bit. There we go. Now Joey's in just a bad spot here.
Groerer needs anything that's not Lingering Souls now.
Yeah, he literally needs Tarmogoyf or Kitchen Fangs or Voice of Resurgence or...
Yeah, any of that's good. I think I saw a Liliana of the Veil in his deck still. That would be a very good card here.
Would it?
Yeah, Liliana could just win the game by herself. Especially with Pasqualetti having 2 cards in hand. I mean, I guess it's not amazing, but it's a win condition that's benefited by not having any creatures on the battlefield.
Yeah, so Joey could he could get
Tap it for a waste mana, or I can pay 3 mana and tap it as long as I have no cards in hand. I can draw a card.
so Joey has a soul artifact, and he's just gonna burn through his hand here, so he can activate this Seagate Wreckage. Hopefully, I don't know what else is in Joey's hand.
Goof.
Big as he. 4/5, so he's a 3/4.
Artifact, creature, land, sorcery, instant. It's 5/6.
-1/-1.
Oh right.
Base 5/6, base currently 8.
Right.
End of your turn, I'm going to cast Galvanic Blast at you for 4.
Okay. Yep. Here we go. And here comes the Seagate Wreckage.
At the end of your turn, I'm going to draw a card. End of my turn.
Yep. You cast land. And any other spell? Any other spell in the world? Nope.
I'll take 4.
All right.
All right.
There's a clock.
Galvanic Blast you for 4.
Holy smokes! So Joey's gonna draw 2 here, potentially 3.
Tap draw.
What did he get here?
A Ravager.
Uh-huh. Alright, yeah, he's just cycling through these cards that don't do anything with the Knight of Souls Betrayal in play, so he can draw more cards. If he draws a third Galvanic Blast, it's the game. It's the match. It's the whole thing.
The whole dang thing. So we've got land.
The race is on. Does Groerer have a
He drew land. That's bad news. He has a Golgari charm.
okay. Land. Oh, this is... Oh, okay. Alright. That's a heater.
That is way less than a heater. That is so bad here.
Yeah, so he needs Groerer to cast a spell so that he can spell pierce it.
So Groerer has no reason to cast a spell. He might just cast a spell.
He might just get squirrely and cast a spell.
Like, he drew a Lily.
Yep.
I don't know why you would want to cast this. Like, do you just want to discard?
I'm afraid I was going to have the spell pierce get stuck in my hand.
Like, what's the point here? Because you want him to have cards in his hand.
Do you?
Yeah.
Alright. Joey's got 2 draw steps here.
I'll draw.
He's got...
Yeah, upkeep.
I'll draw a card before my draw phase. Draw. That's bad.
Alright, so he drew Etched Champion. And there we go.
So Joey dead, right?
Yeah. So all he's going to do here is he's going to -2 Liliana, get in for 4. Call it a day.
Yeah, that Liliana was very bad. Like, very, very bad.
Actively bad.
Actively the worst thing he could have done.
Yeah, so Knight of Souls Betrayal, a house there.
How many cards did I draw with that?
Yeah, Knight of Souls Betrayal is a great card in this matchup.
Lands. And the one turn I drew 2 lands in a row, I was like, oh.
So it's kind of weird because usually you don't see Knight of Souls Betrayals in the Abzan decks.
Well, to be fair, I played
Really?
16 lands.
Yeah, because they usually run like Noble
Oh, because
Hierarchs
it
and
interacts with
Lingering
Lingering Souls poorly.
Yeah. Conversely, you get to run stuff like Stony Silence and, as you said, Fracturing Gust.
Sure. Yeah, Knight of Souls Betrayal is one out of the Jund decks that you do not want to see as the Affinity player.
No, I'm a big fan of that card. Does so much work in so many different matchups.
What other matchups would is it just? I mean, elves obviously, it's insane.
Infect,
Oh,
smell you later, nerd. What you got on that? Just like one removal spell on like turn 2 or 3 to throw them off for a couple turns, and then you're just slam it.
Nightcha.
What you gonna do when they come for you?
Nerd.
Bad boys, bad boys.
Yeah, sounds great. Joey's back looking for some hot deals.
He's scouring the internet for deals right now.
So you can't tell because of the glare, but Groerer wearing a sleeveless shirt today. It was 80 degrees here in Cincinnati.
You can tell.
Can you?
Yeah, there's no way you can't tell that's a sleeveless shirt.
All right.
Are you alright, man? You have your contacts in?
No, I don't have my contact in. I have very special eyes in case
Get your
anybody...
shit together.
I do need to get my... My whole life is a shambles right now.
Alright. So Joey's sitting on the Spell Pierce.
Yep, sitting back.
Alright, you did it.
Yep. Traded Spell Pierce for the second best card in your hand. Because Spell Pierce was the best one. Alright. One lifelink. So Ravager here is kind of important because what it's going to do, hopefully, is keep one creature out of Knight of Souls Betrayal range.
Sure.
And, I mean, obviously, I don't know how many Groerer is playing.
Probably just a one.
Yeah, but, you know, it has to be a card that you consider because it literally shuts you out of the game.
Oh, absolutely.
Save the Spell Pierce for a later turn, but like, if you know it's there, it's bad. The only thing that I like get upset about is the idea of like Stone Silence, like turn 2.
Speaking of, turn 2 Stony Silence. Idiot.
Speaking of Blossoming Marsh.
Doesn't have the right mana for it.
Alright, so let's see. Golgari Charm is pretty solid here.
Yeah, Golgari Charm -1 the team is pretty good. I probably saved the Ravager.
Combat?
Kill multiple guys here. Probably
No,
both
no, no, no,
Ravagers.
no. No, you just... Alright, so here's what you do. You sack one Ravager to the other one, modularing the counter onto the Vault Scourge. So you sack the untapped Ravager to the tapped Ravager.
Keep some 2/2s around.
Yeah, so the Ravager becomes... The tapped Ravager becomes a 2/2.
Okay,
and the
yeah, I
Vault
like
Scourge
that play.
becomes a 2/2. So you get 1 for 1 here. Which is
Sure.
fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because you're still way ahead by having Ravager in play. See, I don't like this, because this is going to require you to have 2...
Sack. Modular trigger.
So now you have 1 4/4.
Right, and so now you're open to all of his removal.
Yeah. So this was a best case scenario for Alex Groerer.
Yeah, literally 100% of your removal is live Path to Exile, Abrupt Decay, Maelstrom Pulse. It's all good. Yeah, and you get to turn off his Mox Opal. Make sure he doesn't tap this Mox Opal for mana, because it doesn't do that anymore. No,
Nope.
it doesn't do that. Nope.
Oh shoot, you're right.
Nope.
All right, there we go. See, that's huge. This is huge for... Oh, gosh, this is so big for Groerer.
All right, Groerer.
Capitalize.
The ball's in your court. Let's see a clock.
He's wearing the shirt for the ball to be in his court, too.
That's true.
He's ready to ball out of control. The gun show is in town. Alex Groerer is selling tickets. There's a land. We're going to... Yep. What? Nope. All right.
This one. And that's a clock.
Yep.
Those little spirits will do work.
All right. Now he has Metalcraft. Now that's a legal play. Well done. I like it.
All right, so I want to swing with the 1 spirit here.
Oh yeah, Spirit becomes a 2/2 because of the Exalted trigger on Noble Hierarch.
Oh man, Lily.
Oh god, Liliana would be the whole game.
Lily, please.
Yup, get in for 2. Do you flashback Lingering Souls here?
I sure do.
Do you?
And Groerer sure does, yeah.
All right, cool. I didn't know. I don't know how tight you want to play those or not.
Yeah, so you just want to go wide here, right?
Sure. So Groerer's up to 4 spirits.
Put me on stream against my worst matchup in existence.
Worst matchup in existence has been
I
declared.
don't think it could be worse.
It can be worse.
It can be worse.
It can be worse.
He cast it.
Just send one of those bad boys.
To get one in there, block with the other 2.
Depends on what removal he's got. Oh, he's got the good spirit too. That top spirit, that's my favorite spirit.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is the
one
good
he's-
spirit coming in?
Yeah, good spirit.
What set's that from?
Soren versus Tybalt.
Oh yeah, they had special spirits for that. I did not know.
It was also in Eternal Masters.
Okay.
Oh, we've hit plus Lily range. This is bad news for Joey.
Yep. This isn't where you want to be. Man, Groerer played a Siege Rhino without us knowing. I didn't recognize the Rhino.
You didn't hear Jake clapping like an idiot?
No.
Like a monkey with a pair of cymbals?
One of those little wind-up deals.
Right.
And the other card that Groerer put into play was Gavany Township.
Yeah.
That card is so good right here.
Now, see, it's a long time since I've actually had a Liliana make me second arc armor. I do not get the modular trigger. I do.
Oh, you definitely do. The modular trigger is a dies trigger.
Trigger on
Not if you sacrifice it
If you
to itself.
Right,
And that's
to-
bad. That's not where you want.
to resolving the Liliana ability.
Send the team. Get them all in there.
It's a very interesting card.
Man
Yeah, that's
up.
fine. See, because Groerer doesn't care that it is 5 power, because
It has less than 15 power.
well that and
Oh,
And-
get that hierarch in there.
oh gosh, yeah, he's gonna township here, and just like get you for 2, 4, 6 plus 5, get you for 11.
So if you
12.
don't block
Oh, no,
the
that's
Siege
it.
Rhino,
Yeah,
that's
he-
game.
Right, he's got to block the Siege Rhino specifically.
So he absorbs 3 of the damage.
I have champions in my hand.
And that's game.
That's the game.
And that's how Joey Pasqualetti's worst matchup ever. Oh my god.
That's how it
This
plays
is
out.
The worst.
Well, so you saw how he could really get out ahead of him, and I think when you know that you have a bad matchup, that's just how you have to sideboard.
Yeah.
You have to lean that deck down and be like, all right, how do I close this as fast as possible?
Yeah, you want to get in under the hate cards. You want to give him the fewest opportunities possible to draw them.
Playing the second round.